Hi, I'm Joey. I'm an ambassador for docrafts, and today I'm going to show you how to make an acetate card using decoupage, which is a little bit different. So to begin with, I've got a 5 1/4 inch card, and what I'm going to do is just cut that down. So I need to cut the front down, leaving behind just over an inch or 2 centimetres depending on what you work in. That's about there. So then I've cut a piece of acetate the same size as the front, which is 5 1/4 inches. I just couldn't remember that when it was inches or centimetres. And then we're going to stick the acetate on the inside of the card. The important thing here is don't stick too far to the end. You want a little piece that isn't glued at the end. So take this off. Now when you stick your acetate on, it's a little bit tricky, so just put it on that end and make sure it's nice and level, and then push that over so you know that's nice and lined up there, which is the important bit really. Yep. So then we open that out. Oh, and I forgot to cut an inch off as well. So we need something to cover this, but that actually, we could use the paper, but we could also actually use tape because we've got the tape in the collection as well. So I will actually just use the tape. So that's just to cover up that acetate, that glue on the acetate, because obviously everything shows. So we could actually bring that back round to the front and go up the front as well with that as a bit of decoration. So that's done two things. It's covered the glue there, and then it's added a little bit of decoration, so that's quite nice. And then just chop that off. Yep, so that's the front of the card done. So you could do different things with this, but I've just used decoupage on it. So we open that up. I've cut a mat for the inside, and that's just slightly smaller. Whatever you do your mats, that's fine. You can do big one, small one, whatever. Bit of glue pen that works. And then there's, again, I always go by an outside edge so that I can make sure that's lined up nicely, because that's the edge we're going to see. So if we concentrate on that, that's what people see most. So we get that right. So we close that up. So there's the card base done with an acetate front. So what we're going to do next is a bit different for decoupage. What I do is do it 3D, but do it through the acetate. So it's not on top of each other, although it is 3D, which means you don't get the bulk, which means then it doesn't add a lot of money to your postage, because I was thinking about things like that. So for the first layer of your decoupage, you want to stick that to the back. But do that with your front kind of closed so you can line that up. So you kind of put it in position, because if you do it too far over there, it'll be behind that little strip. So you need to kind of look where it is. When you think you're happy where it is, just let it all drop. And then that will be in the right position. So when that's closed, it's not tucked up behind there, which is what we need. So for the next layer, what we have to do with this is think about where this layer is going to lie on top. So we've got to work this out now, because we need to glue behind where this is going to go. We can't just glue anywhere. So I know that goes behind these little triangles, so that's where I'm going to put my glue. So behind each triangle, I put some glue. Well, I might need my glasses. So we just find the triangle and put some glue behind each one. And then we put that over the top of this one and close it again. So that's picked that up. And yes, we can see the glue. That's really messy, but that won't matter because that's going to be hidden in a minute. So we then get the next layer. So on this one, we are going to 3D it, but the only layer we're going to 3D. So this doesn't add too much bulk then. So we just put some foam pads on those off. That's it, that's ready. And then you see where this lines up. Now you do have to hover over this. So you have to kind of hover over, find out where it goes, and then let it drop into position. So now we've got the 3 layers. So we've got the back, the middle, and the top going through the card. So all we need to do now is stick on the sentiment. And I do that in the back layer. That's the easiest thing to do. So just put that on the back layer, close that up. And because it's all about layers, I put this on the front. Then I only stick half of the sentiment because that's going to go over there so it shines through on the acetate. Stick that down. And that's the card finished.